Yo, what's up, guys? It's me, and I'm back. Just wanted to do a quick video to show you an update on NFL Fever. I know I've been hearing some different comments out there from people that think the game is really old and I'm wasting my time and I should go back to all pro football, and that's cool. I mean, I can respect that. I appreciate that. But at the same time, all pro football is not NFL. And no matter how much I play that game, I enjoy the game. I think it is probably the best football game in terms of gameplay, right? I mean, we all know that. But at the same time, it's not NFL, man. We want our NFL. We want the teams, the logos. We want the stadiums. We want the referees. We want just everything about the NFL, man. Like the uniforms, the helmets, the NFL logo, just NFL. I mean, so as much as I like APF, it's such a scaled down game that right now I'm just into Fever. I mean, Fever's to me it's a brand new game. I can appreciate games even though the graphics are old and they're weak. I can appreciate them, and I think you guys who are out there, maybe some of the older guys out there who grew up when graphics weren't so great, graphics are not that important, man. I'm sorry. All you guys that are playing Madden out there that think Madden's so good, it's to me it's garbage. Like, you're garbage. I mean, I don't get how anybody can think that game has any kind of simulation aspects at all. I mean, and I've been watching Twitch streams. I've been watching full games. I'm not just watching clips that show the negative things in Madden. I mean, the game, obviously there's some improvements. We can't say there's not some improvements, but you're talking about filling up a few holes in a sinking ship. Like, the thing is, like, to me, it's like the way they run, the way they move, all the different, the line, just the line by itself, the offensive and defensive line interactions are trash. The way the guys run still, I mean, yes, they've done a little bit of improvements in terms of like the momentum and the way the guys stumble and, gravity and momentum and all that takes place. But at the same time, it still looks like Madden. They run like Madden. They move like Madden. It just looks the same to me. The running game's garbage. Like, I don't think it's any good. Like, the way you throw the ball and the way the guys do those spectacular catches, that's terrible. I just don't understand why it's so hard for people who seem to think that Madden is making improvements towards a simulation and they're all behind Madden and putting their efforts in Madden. I don't understand why. I really don't understand what they're seeing. I just don't understand it. And yeah, I'm not going to sit here and give you breakdowns and give you the good, the bad, the ugly of Madden. I'm just going to tell you how it is. You eat garbage. You don't need to eat it for a long time. You don't need to marinate it. You don't need to change it around. It tastes like garbage. It looks and feels like garbage. There's nothing, the first impression, second impression, third impression, garbage. What's the point of sitting there and making it out to be more than what it is? Why? Because Rex, all those guys out there at EA, Clint, because they're saying that they're making progress, because they're doing a few things that you ask them to do, that's going to put you behind the game and make you believe and make you feel like they're really going to, just a totally different game now. I mean, I just don't get it. Yeah, they're the only player in town that's putting games out today. But there are games that are out there that have been out for a long time, back in 2004. And NFL Fever is one of those games. And I'm sorry, it's not a perfect game. I get it. The graphics are terrible. compared to what you get now. The animations are not perfect. The gameplay is not perfect. But when you play this game, I'm telling you, you play this game, you feel like you're playing football. The passing mechanic is second to none. The way the pocket collapses and the way you need to get the passes out, you just don't get that in a game, in any other game. At least not, maybe at 2K games you do, but you just don't get it in Madden. And I'm not trying to bash Madden right now. This isn't a bashing Madden video. What this is just a video to show my latest work and really to kind of just share an update on what this editor does. It looks very similar to my other editors, and basically I've done, I think, like 6 different teams. These other ones that are here, they would break if I opened them up. But if we were to look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, for instance, and we were to look at, let's say, Roethlisberger, you can do all the editing you can do in the game. If you change the faces around, I'm pretty much trying to capture the faces with the skin. You know, it's not perfect because right now I'm not doing the different heads like narrow and all this. I don't really take that into account with the pictures. But like all the equipment, you know, I did same thing I kind of did with the APF editor. You know, I have all the equipment in here. Some I got to still get, some of the pictures, but you know, just trying to give people who do editing some flavor, you know. And I'm going to make some more instructional videos on this, but it's very similar to my other editors. You can do player editing, you can do all the attributes on here. You also have an overall you can change, and all these different things, you know, add up to what you see on the right. You have some previews you can see. There's also parts where if you change the body type, you'll notice some of this stuff changes because only certain body types can have certain gear. Like Tank, for instance, can't have cleats. But if you go back to All-American, you get cleats. And it'll break if you don't do that in the game. So I've made a lot of different concessions to make it work in the game once you're done here. This is just a quick preview of where I'm at. I'm almost done. I have some really cool features where you can import files. So I export my 2K4 roster file, the one that Gil Goldberg made, and special thanks to him. And you can export that file out and import it into here. You know, so if I wanted to take the free agents that I have here, and I wanted to basically, let's say we wanted to make them a different team. So I'd go in here, pick, let's just say Seattle, just for fun. And what I can do is, let me just open it up real quick on the other side here. You guys can't see it, but I'm manually having to export from my 2K editor. And now I just exported on the opposite screen. You guys didn't see that, but I can go in here. I can do an import roster team. I can go to the export that I just did. This is the file I just exported right now from 2K4. And it's going to say, do you want to update all the teams and colleges to Seattle? And that's the way the college is the way that I'm tracking the players, because I don't have a way of really doing it in the game. It's very difficult to figure out the teams. I mentioned it in my last video. But to make this short, you know, I set the college to the team you're trying to make. All of a sudden, these guys got all set to Seattle. They all got imported, at least the ones that matched up with the 2K4 roster, and all the John Does that were in here that I had created in the Fever game. They all just, most of them, these 3 didn't get, because there's already a kicker. You see, the DLT, there's already 2 DLTs here, so they didn't get. So you only get as much as you would get in the 2K4 editor. And I'll bring up the 2K4 editor real quick just to see a quick side by side. And this is basically the team, you know. So if I look for kickers, they only got 1 kicker for sure. See? And I'll try to put them side by side here, at least this way. if you look at the kicker over here, it's the same guy. And you look at the stats, 63, 63, 64 for agility, 64 for agility. So, I mean, you know, it's right on the money. And so what I do is I import all the player attributes, but I also import all of the gear. I have it mapped out to where the gear comes in. You know, he's number 4, number 4. He's got, this guy really doesn't have much. You won't see a lot of things here, but he's got sleeves. Sleeve team on 2K4, sleeve team here. But everything else is mapped. This guy just so happens to not have much. If I pick another guy, let's pick somebody like Jimmy Graham. Okay, Jimmy Graham's got some stuff. I'll go to Jimmy Graham here and pop him up. You're going to see left elbow, neoprene, left elbow, rubber pad, left wrist, wristband, left wrist that. I mean, I had to make some, you know, some adjustments, but right hand, left hand, gloves, gloves. No mouthpiece, face mask is 7 here. I gave him face mask, eyes and mouth, a little bit different. Same weight, you know, so everything just comes right in. No worries. You just take what I built here, it comes right in. And the idea is to build all the players you need for your team. Just build John Doe's, and when you import, it's going to try to fill in as much as it can from the 2K4 roster. And then when you're done with that, what I've been doing is I've been going out to the Madden ratings just for fun, and I'll grab all the Seahawks ratings, let's say. And if I were to grab all these and put them into a spreadsheet and download them, which I can do it right now, it's super duper simple. It's not even a big deal. I'll do it. Just to show you guys. Take this, copy it, create a brand new spreadsheet, drop it in. I'll name it Seattle. And I like to sort by the overall, just because I think it makes the order top to bottom. It'll read it from top to bottom that way when it imports. So you're going to get the best players first. Not all the players are going to match up. But if I want to bring in this as a CSV, boom, I just downloaded it. And from here, I can just go File, Import, Attributes for Madden. Here's my downloads. Here's the download I just did. And boom. So now it brought in all the attributes. So let's go to Jimmy Graham and let's do a comparison. What does Jimmy Graham have here? There's Jimmy Graham. So this is his, this is, I don't know what that is, but I can look real quick over here. Go to the best player. So this is going to be the jersey number, then overall, then speed, then acceleration. So jersey number overall, then his overall is 95, 95. Speed 85, 85, acceleration 90, 90, and so on. So it brings in all the Madden ratings. Boom, just like that. So the time it takes to create a team in this, the way I have it set up right now, is creating the players in the game and then assigning them to the Pittsburgh, actually, yeah, creating them as 50, all 50 ratings, which is, that's how it comes. You just open it up, pick a quarterback. So you load up your roster basically. So you'll build 3 or 4 quarterbacks, 3 or 4 halfbacks, etc., all the way through. They're in the free agent pool. You drop all the players from Seattle. You assign all the players you need that are in the free agency that you just created in the game. You bring it back to here. You load up the free agent like I did. You load up the 2K4 roster if you want to go quick. If you don't want to go quick and you want to do it yourself, then it's a little different process. But you would do things almost the same way. Instead of going, I'll just show you guys, instead of doing the import, you would just go to your free agent. I'll close this and show you. I'm not going to save it. I'll close it and I'll show you what I would do. If you don't want to import your own, if you don't want to import the, let me just get rid of this stuff here, get out of your way. You don't want to import the roster from 2K4, that's fine. You don't have to. You can go to the free agent, which is this one. Here are all the free agents. Let's say you created 18, or let's say you created 60 or 50 or whatever you wanted from your team. And these are all the guys that are in there. I'd only recommend doing one set of teams at a time because it gets crazy in the game. You have to kind of go through so many more players to assign them. So if you just do one team's worth, you're good. It's easier to manage. And all you have to do here is, okay, I'm going to set these all to Seattle. So what you could do is you could say, okay, I'm going to pick Seattle in options. I'm going to go to Tools, Auto Update, and Update Colleges. So it's going to say Update College to SCA for all players in grid. Yes, boom. Now, okay, well, I got an error, but the idea is, I'll fix that real quick, but the idea is these will all come in as Seattle. And then from here, you can easily just pick the players like you would normally, and you can edit them by hand. So that's it, guys. I'll be back with another video. Try this game out if you haven't. If you don't want to play it, you think it's terrible, you think it's old, you think I'm wasting my time, that's cool. I have no problem with that. I really don't. You know, I just want to play football that feels like football. And I'd be damned if I try Madden. I've already played it. I've already tested it. I've already watched all the videos. I had 3 copies sitting here. 3 of them. 3. And I returned them all. I got them all returned, got some money, and that's it. I'm not going to waste my time on that game. So, hope EA makes a great game one day. This year, it ain't it. I don't care what people think. I don't care if they think it's good. You know, I respect everybody else's opinion. If you like it, great. I personally do not like it. And I think it's got a long, long, long way to go. We're talking years, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Another whole console. You know what? I don't have time for that. But I'll let you guys go, man. Have a good night, day, whatever. And thanks for watching. And I appreciate all the subscriptions, all you guys viewing out there. I never really get to say it, so I appreciate anybody who watches my videos. I just do this for fun, and if you like them, you know, great. I appreciate it, and thanks for watching, and talk to you soon.